They're coming through the fucking windows, Donald. We're surrounded.
Quick, head for the fucking door.
Oh, dude, it's fucking dark in here.
Yeah, you don't say. Help me find the damn light switch.
Well, it's got to be around here somewhere.
Hey, that's not a fucking switch.
Oh, Jesus. My mistake.
Mistake my ass. Just keep your grubby hands to yourself. Oh, look, I found the switch. Jesus fucking Christ. Looks like we found your man, George.
Oh, Michael, what the fuck did you do to yourself?
Oh, man, look at his arm. I guess he didn't want to turn, so he went out on his own terms.
Well, you dumb son of a bitch. I just wish we could have saved you.
I am so sorry, George, about everything, but in all honesty, I'm not too sure if we're going to make it out of here this time, pal.
Another way, I'm just glad I met you, Don.
Me too, man, me too.
What the fuck is that?
Holy shit, it's my phone. Let me check who it is. Oh my God, Barry, is that you?
Holy shit, you're alive.
Just fucking barely. Me and George narrowly escaped these bastards.
Barely. Where the hell are you two at?
Stuck in a fucking cellar at George's friend's farmhouse.
The farmhouse? I think I know where that is. Just sit tight. We're gonna come get you guys. So don't move from that location, all right?
Don't move, you say. Motherfucker, there are a shitload of raging undead above us. I don't plan on going anywhere. Speaking of which, just don't, you won't even stand a chance if you come here.
Wait, who said we're coming alone? Did you forget Joe's the fucking president of the United States?
Hey, don't confuse me with that sleepy fucktard. But if you're not coming alone, I suggest you bring the fucking army with you. Because these bastards popping out of the fucking ground. We saw a bunch of them coming from the cemetery.
All right then, Donald, just hold out until morning. We're gonna get you. So just keep quiet and don't attract any more attention.
All right, we'll see you soon.
So what's the plan then?
Oh, the plan. Well, the plan is to just sit around and get comfortable because help isn't coming till morning.
Fuck, all right, I suppose we should get some shut-eye. I'll keep watch for the first hour.
All right, George. If anything happens, just wake me up. Dude, I can't fucking sleep. Can these sons of bitches just shut the fuck up already?
Tell me about it. To be fair, I think they've forgotten all about us.
Yeah, well, could they forget about us someplace else before I go up there and beat the ever-loving fuck out of them with this rifle?
Why not just lather yourself in gravy and shove a red apple in that fat, disgusting abyss you call a mouth? Because the moment you open that fucking door, they're gonna rip you to pieces like your shredded beef.
Oh, do you think you're funny? Keep at it, and I'll smash this fucking rifle over that watermelon you call a head.
Dude, just shut the hell up already. If they hear us, they will break that fucking door down, and we'll have nowhere to go.
Whatever, so what the hell are we gonna do for the next 8 or so hours?
Well, lucky for us, I brought my Steam Deck with me.
No shit? Awesome, so what game do you have in mind?
Are you a fan of Star Wars at all, Donald?
Watched all 9 movies. The last 3 make the prequels look like masterpieces. Then again, I think the prequels got more hate than they deserved.
Yeah, I agree. Because I was saving these babies for a rainy day. And given the circumstances, they're quite fitting.
Well, we got nothing else to do. So let's get this gravy train rolling. Holy shit! That scared the ever-loving crap out of me.
Yeah, it tends to get you out of nowhere with that abrupt start.
I've had enough frights today, for fuck's sake. I'm not gonna lie, though, the music on this is unsettling.
Yeah, the dev chose wisely. For the record, the game is a bit boogie. Can't complain for a free game made by one guy, though.
I have one small complaint, though. Why the fuck is he wearing basic stormtrooper armor if he's piloting a ship? Like, wouldn't he be wearing that black pilot armor instead? My knowledge for their particular suits is a bit shit, because I don't know everything about the franchise.
It's made by one guy, and it's a short game. I guess due to time constraints.
Well, yeah, that's true, I suppose. Considering it's made by one guy, it's looking good so far.
Damn, it's terribly damaged. The lights are off. It seems abandoned. I get closer. I try to dock in the lower hatch.
Well, now something tells me English isn't this developer's first language. Then again, I can't say much for Joe. He stutters so much that he puts Porky Pig to shame.
For fuck's sake, Donald. Those two are coming out here to save our asses, and that's how you thank them.
It's a light-hearted joke, for fuck's sake. Oh my God, what the hell happened here?
Some really bad shit, Don.
And care to fill me in on the lore? I never did hear about Deathtroopers, or is it just exclusive to this game?
After this cutscene, of course.
What the fuck is that? I just saw something move. How did he not notice? Could be a survivor.
Oh, trust me, Don, that sure as hell isn't a survivor.
Now that you mention it, yeah, he doesn't look right at all. Oh my God, George, what the actual fuck happened here?
I suppose I could give you a quick rundown. Let me just read this up on Google so it's as simplistic as possible. The Blackwing virus is one, if not, the most persistent and contagious pathogen ever devised. In a contained population, excluding those who are naturally immune, the virus was 100% communicable. It can infect a number of sentients such as humans, Twi'leks, Whippids, Wookiees, Rhodians, Dathomir, Mon Calamari, Trandoshans, Zabrak, Ithorians, Devaronians, Delphanians, Solstans, and even Bothans. The virus could even infect non-sentient creatures, such as Rancor and even the Tauntaun, as well as plant life. Considered the most common and highly effective means of transmission comes in the form of being bitten, which causes the most drastic of symptoms in a victim. The virus can also be transmitted via contact with bodily fluids, such as blood or saliva. Victims can become infected via having saliva or blood enter an open wound or into a mucous membrane, enabling it to enter the body and replicate. A strain of the virus developed as an airborne strain was capable of being released into an atmosphere and bypass any quarantine or efforts of containment. In this form, it's even capable of getting through hazmat gear, despite the equipment designed for such attacks.
So what you're saying is, if you gave this virus long enough to evolve, it has the capability to wipe out an entire fucking planet if it wanted to.
What I'm saying is this virus is sentient, and it wants to infect other planets. It has a will of its own, and is practically a hive mind.
A hive mind, so if one infected found you, they'd all be aware of your presence.
Yeah, basically.
Well, if our stormtrooper friend here had any fucking sense, he'd get the fuck out of there.
Remember what I said about this shit being airborne. This poor bastard is already dead. He just doesn't know it yet.
Oh, now you fucking notice. Just get the hell out of there.
Sorry, man, he's fucked with a capital F. Maybe we should listen to the audio book after this game.
Well, it's a solid 10 hours until dawn, so I guess we could. I can respect that this dude even came onto a fucking Star Destroyer on his own, because if I was him, I would have dipped the fuck out of there the moment I saw all the blood and bodies.
I think any rational person would have in that moment Donald.
So what now? We've just got to survive for as long as possible.
Now, just for about 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes, that's not bad as long as nothing decides to fuck us over. Then again, this place is cramped as all hell, so if we get swarmed, we would be in major trouble.
Oh, indeed we would be.
So tell me more about this virus. How the fuck is it sentient?
If I recall from the prequel book, it originates from an orchid, one in particular that is very force sensitive. A Sith Lord discovered a way to become immortal, but it came with very horrific side effects. And that being the loss of their humanity and a craving for any form of living flesh.
And judging from what happened here, shit didn't go to plan.
Well, no, that took place hundreds, if not thousands of years ago. Gator found a Sith holocron with this virus on it. He wanted to weaponize it, but alas, he didn't expect it to come airborne. So when shit hit the fan, they left this Star Destroyer out here in the outer perimeters of the galaxy so nobody could ever find it. But alas, a prison barg broke down, ended up stumbling upon it. They tried to make contact, but was met with static. So when they decided to send 2 squads on the vessel, they were gone for just under an hour. Then when it came to returning with the parts needed, only 1 squad ever came back. They never saw anything up there. It was empty. But within a couple of hours, inmates and guards alike were getting sick and dropping like flies. The barge itself could apparently hold up to 500 inmates on board. That's not counting guards. Within less than 12 hours, only 6 people were left.
So within less than 12 hours, you're talking 600 plus personnel succumbed and died to this virus.
Yeah, basically. But that's not the worst part. They're not as mindless as they might come across as. They can learn.
The fuck do you mean they can learn?
Give them enough time, and they can learn how to use weapons, spacecraft, and even technology. The barge breaking down was no coincidence. They turned on the tractor beam to trap them. That's how all the events in the book transpire.
It's bad enough that this plague spreads like a fire in an oil rig, but the fact that they can adapt and learn how to use things is fucking mind-blowing.
That, and the fact that they can communicate with each other.
They can speak. Are you kidding?
Not like how we do. They scream. That's how they talk to each other, kind of like foxes.
Wait, I just thought of something. If this shit has a 100% infection rate, how did 6 people survive?
No, it's a 1% chance someone can be immune to the airborne strain. If this person is found in time, they can create a form of vaccine to stop people from succumbing to the virus. That's if it hasn't progressed past a certain point. But even then, that's only for their airborne strain. If they come into contact with the infected blood, mucus, or even get bit, they can still get infected.
What a crock of shit. So there's no sure way of stopping it.
And not that I am aware of. Although when the doctor in the book injected one of the decaying zombies with a syringe of the vaccine, he regained his humanity for a few minutes before becoming a carnivorous beast again.
So there's a chance of a cure.
I suppose, then again, the virus in their system accelerates the necrosis, so they degrade quickly. But alas, they don't perish. So even if they were cured, they would be in everlasting agony, so it would be best to just put them out of their misery.
That sucks, but what about the airborne strain? Does it radiate off the bodies?
No, it comes from the black liquid they produced. Speaking of which, if that was removed, the bodies would cease to function. Think of it as a solar panel power supply. That's what keeps them going. So if people were to extract it and dispose of it, the ship would be safe to venture.
Huh? Well, that is odd. I kind of like this take on the virus. Beats the old, it's an infection, but it's some sort of alien, sentient, viral hive mind. I'm glad they're not using blasters on us right now.
Even if they did, it could be worse. They were able to use force abilities and lightsabers in the prequel book. Because it takes place in a Sith academy. Man, they were so much more horrifying in that book. I recall they used living people to lure out survivors so they could kill and eat them. They were smart, really smart.
Yeah, that's a whole different can of worms of fucked up. I suppose we could give the first book a listen to, and if we make it out of this basement alive, we could listen to the other book down the line.
Hell yeah, we could do. And would you look at that? You've almost finished it, Donald.
That's because I'm a fucking professional.
The professional braggart, you mean?
That I can smell victory. Just let me fucking have this.
All right, if you say so.
And just like that, we fucking did it. Wait, why are they just standing there? They stopped attacking us.
All of your questions will be answered soon enough, Don.
Oh, who the fuck? Is that Vader? I guess he's come here to help us out.
I wouldn't be too sure about that, Don.
Wait, what do you mean?
Can you hear his breathing? Sounds off.
Now that you mention it, you're right. Oh shit. Bro, he's a fucking zombie too.
Oh yeah, there's not a snowball's chance our stormtrooper friend is getting the fuck out of there now.
So what, we gotta fight him now?
Donald, you honestly think he has any form of chance against a Sith Lord, undead or otherwise?
Well, looking at that, probably no, not at all. But man, that took a sinister turn. I was hoping he would at least have some sort of way out.
Well, it's safe to say our guy doesn't have a leg to stand on.
So that's all there is.
For this game, but there's a sequel that I have stored. I suppose we could play it in the future. It's more refined compared to this one, a better layout and smoother controls. I mean, it also takes place on Endor, which is dope as fuck.
Yeah, that sounds promising. As much as I like this, that sounds a hell of a lot better. Oh wait, there's a nightmare mode.
Yeah, but it doesn't add anything new. It's not even an alternate ending.
Seriously, hey, fuck that then. Let's listen to this Deathtroopers book. This game and what you said earlier has piqued my interest.
Oh, sweet. I'll get it sorted then. Hey, look. He has a fridge with a bunch of cola and Dr. Pepper down here. Good old Michael.
Awesome. This is going to be one hell of a night.